Hello, you guys. Welcome to Life with Charlene. Welcome back. Welcome to another video. Today, I want to talk to you about why I quit my dream job. Yes, I had a dream job that I thought I would be perfect at, which I was, but because of circumstances, I was not able to keep my dream job. So, this was 5 years ago. So, I'm going to have to take you back 5 years to see exactly what happened and why I had to quit my dream job. So come on, you guys, I'll show you exactly what happened. It was actually January of 2019 when I started my dream job. So that was 6 years ago now. I thought it was 5. It was 6 years ago. So I might as well go ahead and tell you how it all began. It all began 6 years ago in January of 2019. That's when I started my dream job of working at the hospital. Not only was I at the hospital, but I was working in the emergency room, registering people as they came in. So I would put the band on your arm, get all your information, and that was my job. Sometimes I had to go inside the emergency room to schedule ambulances and to schedule pickups from ambulances or some other things that we may need inside the emergency room. So that was my dream job. And the way it became my dream job was I was going there as a patient, and they were just so nice to me. And everybody was really seemed to be on the ball, and they were great. My doctor was there, and it was just a wonderful place. And so when I started working there, they took me around, and actually I got to eat lunch. When lunchtime came, I got to eat lunch with one of my doctors. Me and her would sit and talk. Then they had took me around, and I got to meet another one of my doctors, and she was like, "What are you doing here?" I said, "I'm working at my favorite place." And so it was a lovely place to work at, and I really enjoyed being there. I enjoyed the job that I did. I felt like that was my calling because I'm one of those people who love helping others. And so I thought I was in the right place. I said, this is my job until I retire. So I was that was 6 years ago. So I was like 57 or so. And I met so many nice, wonderful people there, and everybody was so nice. And even now, when I go there, I still have a couple of friends that I'll go to the emergency room, and we'll sit and talk until somebody comes through the door. Security, everybody, and they all remember me as a good person and as a good worker. So that was what intrigued me about that job, and it was fascinating. If I could have done more, I would have done more. So I started in 2019, and 2020 came, and that's when the pandemic started. So then we had to register people a different kind of way, asking them different questions about where had they traveled to and this and that. And I started getting a little paranoid being out in the open. We had to wear masks and everything, but I was still a little fearful. So I asked, could I be transferred to another department, which was the children's department. And I love that as well. I went up to the children's department, and everything was going good until one day they said, we're not taking any more appointments. And I won't say they shut the hospital down, but they stopped taking just regular appointments. They started working on people who were coming in with COVID. And so they transferred me to the telephone room where you schedule appointments, make appointments, and stuff like that. So I was in there working, and that was the last department I worked at before tragedy struck me. March of 2020, I lost my brother. It wasn't so much to COVID. It was he was on dialysis, and I guess because of the COVID, it was hard for him to get to his dialysis. And so he died, and that just threw me for a total loop. I took a week off work. When I came back, I realized I can't be in here. I can't do this. I was crying and everything. My blood pressure was sky high. Um, and I was just like petrified of being in the hospital. So I talked to my doctor and everything, and they told me to see a therapist. And so I talked with the therapist, and she, put a couple of labels on me, PTSD and da 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 da. And so that was March. By August, they were telling me I had to come back to work if I wanted to keep my job. By then, my anxiety was all over the place. That's when I stopped driving or couldn't drive. I was afraid of everything. I didn't want anybody around me. I didn't want anybody near me. So at that time, I decided to file for disability. So I filed for disability and lived off of money I had saved up, and ended up downsizing and getting where I am now, buying this trailer. And that was in 2020. I bought this place July of 2020. I stopped working at the hospital in August of 2020. So it was a good thing because I needed that job as my reference for employment. So because I hadn't quit yet, they still had to put me down. They put down that I was leave of absence, though, which was fine because I did get my home here. So that's what happened, and that's why I quit my dream job. And if none of that, if my brother had continued to live, I think I would still be at the hospital. I really do, because I really, really love that job. It wasn't a difficult job at all. I was in a groove, getting up, going to work. Sometimes I worked midnights, and I really, really enjoyed that job. So that's what happened. And I'm disappointed that I had to leave the job the way I did, but there was a lot of people who actually left after COVID, because it messed up a lot of people psychologically. It really messed up people psychologically, because I didn't even want my nephew coming in my house. He would stand out in the hall and I'd talk to him that way. I didn't want anybody near me. I didn't want to go shopping. I didn't want to do anything. I was isolating myself, and it was just a really, really bad time. So that's why I had to quit my job at the hospital. But it was a great job, and if I had the chance to do it again, I'd do it sooner. I'd hire in sooner than I did, and that would have been my career. But lessons learned. We can't foresee the future, right? So that's my video for today, and that's the reason I quit my dream job. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you have had your dream job, and you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.